Hi, Heather, hello, how are you? I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day so far. Today, I'm gonna show you how to make alkaline water at home using the Simpure Y9A reverse osmosis alkaline water dispenser. If you're already into alkaline water or you want to get into it, this just being able to make it at home is a no-brainer, as opposed to having to go to the store, pay an astronomical amount for like cases of essential water or any of the other like pH alkaline balanced waters to have to transport those home, store them. They're never cute. They're usually just a pile of water bottles somewhere in your kitchen, dining room, living room, foyer, to have to rotate them through the fridge, and then all of the plastic waste that comes with it. Whereas having this machine at home is alkaline water at your fingertips on the ready whenever you want it. It's a no-brainer. This is it, the Simpure Y9A reverse osmosis water dispenser with alkaline filter. It comes incredibly well packaged, and of course it's gonna have the Y9 series instruction manual on top. The dispenser itself, then at the bottom of the box, I found the drip tray. This unit stands at about 14 3/8 inches tall. It's about 15.5 inches deep with the drip tray installed and 9 inches wide, a very small footprint from any of the other dispensers that I've reviewed on the channel. And unwrapping everything, we'll get a closer look at the filters. There are 3 filters included in here: an RO, or reverse osmosis membrane, an ALK, or the alkaline remineralizing filter, and the PPC composite filter. Altogether, it employs 6 stages of filtration, including remineralizing to restore those essential minerals and UV sterilization to eliminate bacteria and viruses right at the tap. Right, now that we have this thing unboxed, the first thing we're going to do is set it up. We have to do a whole flushing the filters type thing, but I want to test it underneath the countertop because I've reviewed a dozen of these probably at this point. I've never had a single one that can fit under the countertop, and then to also have the ability to take this off and refill it from underneath the countertop. I would say that nearly every 95% of every other reverse osmosis countertop plug and play style machine, there's no hard wiring in here, there's no hard plumbing or anything. You literally put it on your countertop, plug it in. They always have the pitcher in the back, so if you were to have it underneath the counter, then you would have to pull the entire unit forward like this to remove the pitcher, to refill it, to put it back on. It's way too cumbersome. You don't do that. You don't end up using it. So if you don't have space, like I have space right here where I can put a dispenser just fine, and it's not going to impact my daily life at all. But if you don't have space like that, then you're gonna want one that fits underneath the countertop. So I'm really excited about this. If you're new here, hi, my name's Chrissy Harless. We do a lot of reverse osmosis water machines on this channel for some reason. If you would like to check out the playlist, I have a water filter playlist down below. I will continue to do these, so if you're interested, hit subscribe before you leave. I also do unboxings and other things just around the home here. I do have a new series coming. I've been planning for it. I have pretty much everything is together right now, but it's things that I was influenced to buy. Do I still like them? Do I hate them? Or that I just felt like I was duped into purchasing, I was influenced into purchasing it, or that it just doesn't work as well that I expected. It was just a waste of money. Basically, that series is coming soon. Hit the notifications bell if you want to see it. If you're new to these types of videos, this is how it goes. We already did the unboxing and the close-up. Now we're going to do the setup, talk a little bit more in depth about like the machine and its features itself, get a close look at this panel right here, because I don't even know how many exciting things this thing has. But then we're going to do a couple tests. I have a couple different tests that I like to perform on water. This is a TDS meter, total dissolved solids. It's going to see how much sediment was removed from the water. We'll tap it, we'll test it against my tap water, which is usually somewhere around 115. And this will have some TDS in it because it has the remineralization, but we don't want to see a high number on here. I also have this little water test kit. We want to see, this is a high number and pretty much low numbers on everything else. It has like 30 different things that it tests against, so we'll do that. And lastly, I have a decibel reader on my phone. So we're going to test how loud this is to make sure that it's something that can comfortably fit in your environment, or that it won't annoy any roommates, that you can actually use this in an apartment. I hope it passes all the tests. I guess we'll see. Let's get to setting this up. Filled to the max line, this thing holds 1.3 gallons, which is a lot more than I expected this skinny little water dispenser to hold, but that's a lot. Ooh, I'm kind of nervous. All right, let's see how this handle should go on this side. Let's see how easy it is to put a full tank on here. Oh, I didn't even have to tip it because I have enough space under my counter. I hardly had to lift it up though to fit. That was so easy. Yay. And you want to fill the water tank before you plug it in. So next step, we plug it in. All right. It'll beep twice and then start flushing, which is exactly what it's doing. Next, we're gonna put a bowl underneath to catch, and then we're gonna hit the dispense button. And it activated the UV sterilization. So now it's going through all of those filters, getting filtered 6 stages of filtration, and will dump out into this bowl. We'll have to repeat these steps. What is happening in here? That's the filter flushing and the wastewater being returned to the tank. I've never seen it that foggy before. That's crazy. Oh, shoot. On the second pass, it did get cloudy, but not as cloudy as the first time. And everything that's coming out of here so far is not drinkable. It is flushing through the filters. So we gotta remember to dump that. And every time you refill this, you have to dump out the wastewater first. So every RO machine is going to produce wastewater. And this really would be classified as a high efficiency machine since it only creates 1 gallon of wastewater for every 2.5 gallons of pure water it creates. And the Y9A offers a higher production rate of 300 gallons per day, providing a faster water flow. And the screen does provide real-time filter lifespan and water quality alerts, aiding in your timely maintenance. This is the 3rd time and we're not really getting any cloudiness. I'm still gonna do it 2 more times for the recommended 3 to 5 times, and we'll test it next. I have just finished filtering out the 5th cycle of flushing the filters, and there is still a little bit of fog back there. You know why I never knew that that was back there before? Because every other machine has a tank in the back. The wastewater does definitely have a bit of fogginess to it because it's literally wastewater. I'm gonna dump this out, reset it, and then we're gonna get to testing. Now that we have it all set up, it's time for the first test, which I totally forgot about. We need to taste test it, see if it tastes like good water. This should actually taste better than RO water because RO water in itself is removing everything, so it tastes like nothing. But when you get it remineralized, it's going to taste again kind of like tap water, but not super close to it. This is also a good time to do a little decibel. Let's see what the decibel is on it while it's pouring. I'm gonna be so close to it. Oh no. Okay, you do have to stop the water. We almost just let that overflow, getting distracted with the decibel reader. So locked in at 64.4. It averages about 64 here. Ignore that because that was me talking while I was doing the decibel reading. But it says that it's the average noise level of a quiet street when it's dispensing the water. It is making literally 0 noise as it just sits here on the counter. As it's going through all the filters in the system, the RO filter's removing everything, and then the alkaline filter is adding in the things that are actually beneficial for you. Like there's a million, I'll put them on the screen. There's a million different ways that alkaline water could actually be very good for you. But as far as taste goes, this should be somewhere in between tap water and distilled water. Very minimal. Wow, almost no flavor. Very close to reverse osmosis, very close to how distilled water tastes. It almost tastes like nothing, but you can tell that there's something there. Oh, that's so good. So next up, we are going to test out these 2 cups of water. This one's from the tap, and this one's obviously from the Simpure machine itself. And for that, we're going to be using this thing. It's called the TDS reader. So what we do here is we turn it on, and we're going to submerge these 2 metal nodes down into the water. Now this one's the tap water, and it's going to give us a display here on the reader to let us know how clean or dirty the water is. This one is holding in at 108 parts per million in the sink tap water. Now let's check this. What we're looking for in the Simpure water is a much lower number, but it's not going to be 0 because this realkalines the water. Let's hold it there. Hold. Okay. Locked in there at 25 parts per million. Not only is it 75% more pure than this water, but it has only the good minerals in this, where this has everything in it. So big win. The last step that we have to do is the water test kit. For this, we need a full cup of water so that we can dip the entire little test strip in there. So let me get that called. This is another thing that I got off of Amazon, and we use them all the dang time. So water test kit is going to test all of these different things. We're gonna take the stick and dip it. All of these are gonna change colors based on what's in or what's not in the water. So you're gonna dip it for 2 seconds, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, take it out, lay it flat, shake it off, lay it flat for 30 seconds. Now that it's been 30 seconds, we slap it onto the grid right there, and we want to make sure that we have basically zeros, or that everything is falling within this green optimal amount of that specific mineral. The alkalinity is somewhere in there. I think it's closer to this one, 60 parts per million, and then everything else is still zeros. Like, we have no lead, there's no mercury, no nitrates, sulfates, zincs, anything like that in there. So awesome. There are a lot of things that I really like about this machine. First of all, it has been set up for hours now, and unless you're dispensing water, it is not filtering, so it's making zero noise. It is the quietest machine, even though while I was dispensing was the loudest of any of the other ones I've tested. This is the only machine that doesn't just randomly decide that it's gonna make noise throughout the day. I love that. I love that it fits underneath the countertop. I love that it has a small footprint. I love that this tank is on the side. That is insanely helpful. It's helpful for mobility, but it's also helpful for smaller spaces. This can fit in so many more spaces than any other water dispenser that I've tried out. It filters the water magnificently. The only feature that I'm missing from this machine is pre-selected like volume cups. You can't just say I need 4 ounces, 8 ounces. You have to manually start and stop it. Is that of a concern? I don't know, you tell me. I will put all the information for Simpure. This one's the Y9A. I also do have a review on the Y7. I'll put that up here in the cards, and all of their information down below in the description box and in the pinned comment. Huge shout out to Simpure for sending this my way. I truly appreciate it. I love reviewing water dispensers for some reason. It's a really weird little avenue that I found myself in, but I have an entire playlist. So if you want to see more, I'll put it at the end of the video. Huge shout out to all my patrons for making videos like this possible. Please consider hitting subscribe before you leave. I'll see y'all next time. Love ya. Bye.